So, Lindsay Tanner, good morning.
Morning, Barry.
Who are you saying has dumbed down democracy?
Well, the only thing missing from that was my performance on the footy show. This is actually what my book Sideshow is all about, Barry, and the question you've got to ask is, why are politicians behaving like that? Certainly far more than perhaps they did 20 or 30 years ago. And the answer is, that's what gets media coverage. So if the media portray politics as entertainment, don't be surprised if politicians start behaving like entertainers in order to get coverage. Media coverage is the oxygen of politics. If you don't get it, you don't exist. If you've got to behave like that to get coverage, you do.
So the media made me do it. That's the explanation.
The media are the key drivers. Politicians obviously play a role. They've got choices, but the media set the ground rules. And one of the lamest excuses that I've got, and I've heard it before, in response to my criticisms of the media is, oh, we're just the messenger, don't shoot the messenger. Well, the media actually create the message. They decide whether I or somebody like me gets access to the media, what they portray, what I've said gets put there, whether it's distorted or not, or whether or not I get completely ignored. So I have to play by their rules. And all politicians know this, and that's why you get that kind of behaviour.
Yeah, but it's one thing to say you need to be part of the entertainment industry. It's another to look like a clown.
Oh, true, but if the alternative is no one knows you exist, you've got no choice. You have to play by those rules, because the one thing that will guarantee that you will not succeed as a politician is nobody ever having heard of you. So if the rules of the game are put on a funny hat, dance the Macarena, put on a tutu in order to get coverage, that's what people do.
Yeah, but I just get the feeling, though, that these days politicians prefer to go on the light entertainment programs. They knock the door down to get onto those programs, and it's harder. It's harder these days to get people on serious programs.
The reason they do that is because of the fact that serious content is slowly draining out of media coverage. There are islands of good coverage, of which the ABC is one, but it's not subject to the same commercial pressures as the commercial media. The reason that politicians try to get on those light entertainment programs is because half the population is getting not much else in terms of content about them. So they've got to go where the people are, because the means of getting a serious message out has shrunk back to, in effect, a minority set of outlets that really broadcast and publish to a minority audience.
Yeah, maybe, but they also avoid the interrogation if they go onto those programs rather than the more serious programs.
Well, and there's a very good reason for that, Barry, and that is that they have no confidence that what they say will not be grossly distorted and misrepresented. It's already happened to me with respect to this book only in the past week or so, that what happens is that most media outlets now routinely distort and manipulate content to beat it within an inch of its life into something that is totally unrepresentative of what was said or what was meant, in order to make it entertaining and stimulating and titillating. So politicians are naturally nervous about how they're going to be portrayed. That's why you get spin. That's where spin came from. That's